Welcome to the Daily App Show. Today we have an application for your iPhone called React Mobile. Open up React Mobile and it brings us into this menu hierarchy system where we can tell people if we're fine, request people to follow us, and also send out an SOS message with help me. Now, the way this works is we open up our side menu, and what we need to do first is when we first launch the application, it's going to ask us to do this, but we come into the My Contacts, and this is where we add React Buddies. Now, these are going to be the people that we're going to contact when we request a following, or if we're going to send out an SOS message. And what we do is just tap Add Contact, and then we can go through our list of contacts on our device and select one, and add in their email address and phone number, so that way that person can follow us and get any updates that we send out. So once you've added those in, what you're going to do is tap continue, and it's going to send them a request to follow you, and then they can go ahead and follow you. Now, what we're going to do is we'll come back into the main menu, and right now we're fine, which means that we don't need anyone to follow us, and we're not in any immediate or imminent danger. Now, what I do now is if I feel like I need someone to follow me, say I'm going to be going for a run, or if you're in the real estate business and you're trying to show a new property in a new neighborhood, or if you just want to follow your child, just swipe over the I'm fine to follow me, and you'll be able to fill out some information. We can invite people, we can add in some details such as duration, destination, and add in a message. And what's also neat is we can also post this to Twitter and Facebook, so that way anyone outside of our React Mobile contacts will be able to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. So tap this plus button up here. We're going to invite one of our buddies. Once it loads in our contacts, what we do is just tap on that person's name, and they're going to be added to this follow me request. We're going to select a duration. Notice that we can choose hours and minutes. So for this one, I'll go ahead and choose 10 minutes. I'll tap OK, and I'm going to choose a destination. This is really neat. It loads into map, and I'm going to find a new destination. So I'm going to run to a Starbucks. Notice that it's found a few different Starbucks for me. I'll just tap on the one that I wanted to go to, and it adds in that destination with the GPS coordinates. Now on the add message section, what's really neat is I can just go ahead and tap in here, and I can type in a message that I wanted to do for a custom one. Now I already have some predefined messages. All I have to do is tap on the icon next to the input field. I can select a message. So this one I'm going to go for a run, and you notice I've already added these in here. The way I did that was tap edit and then tap the plus button, and I can enter in my predefined message. Once you've done that, it'll show up here in your messages, and all we have to do is now add in our message. So I'll select I'm going for a run. Notice it populates everything in there for me, and now I can choose to post this message to Facebook and Twitter. I'll tap send request, and now what it's going to do is send that request out to my friend and all my social networks I've selected, and now that person can follow me. So now down here below, I can see all the people that I've requested following me, and once they actually are following me, it'll change from pending to actually following, so I know that I'm actually being safe and watched over. And what I can do now is tap on this, and I can even initiate a text message or a phone call with that individual if I needed to in a quick pinch. Now that I'm done, and say I've already gone on my run, now I'm back home, what I want to do is swipe over and put it back to I'm fine. And now what I can do is add this follow me to a quick usage. Say this is something I typically do every day. I can go ahead and tap this in here and add this for later on. So this is going to be a daily run maybe. I'll tap done, and now I'm going to save this follow me request. And what's really neat about this is it's going to save it over here into my side menu, which we'll pull out and open up for you. Open up that side menu, and now see that daily run. If I tap on that, it loads in all the information that we just filled out, including the buddies that I actually requested to follow me. So now it has all the information populated for me, and all I have to do now is tap send request, and it's going to send the request to that person. Now let's say that I'm in immediate danger or imminent threat. If I want to, just swipe down on the help me, and it's going to contact emergency services that I've set up. So you see it's going to call 911, and it's also going to send out an immediate request to any of my buddies that I've set up inside the application. So they're going to get a text message, a phone call, and even an email letting them know that I'm in immediate danger. Now if you happen to, you can set up a Sidekick device down here in the bottom of the screen, and what this is, we'll go ahead and tap buy Sidekick, and it's going to load in React's website, and you can actually buy a Bluetooth device that's going to allow you to trigger these actions just by the press of a button. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and purchase this device and sync it up with my phone using the React Mobile application, and then I can click on it, and it's going to automatically go into an SOS mode, and it's going to be independent of my phone. So even if my phone is locked, it's going to still be able to send out the SOS message. So go ahead and come back into the application, and if you have one of those, you can go ahead and pair your Sidekick here and begin using that Bluetooth button to go ahead and do some of the gestures. Now if we open up our side menu, we can come into my info right here, and this is going to be our information where we can set up our profile picture, set up our name and email address, and also change our password if we would like to. Come back into here, we can see social networks. We can go ahead and link up with Facebook and Twitter. And then if we come into the Help Me section, this is where we're going to set up our SOS settings. So you see we can have it call emergency services. We can post a canned message to all of our React buddies, Facebook and Twitter. So you see we can go ahead and paste in the messages here, or we can go ahead and type in our own message. And what this is going to do is whenever we go into the SOS mode, it's automatically going to call 911 and then send out this canned message to all of our contacts that we've selected here inside the settings. So once again, this application is called React Mobile. If you like it, be sure to pick it up in the App Store today.